Michigan mom sues her school board for reporting her to the feds after she spoke against government lockdown policies for Corona Chan. Good. Yeah, so remember when school boards were reporting parents as terrorist or domestic extremists for simply, not wanting to have their kids groomed or being against the mask Nazism? Well, it's time to go fight them the only way they know how, in the courts. Remember, virtually every parent with common sense was called a domestic extremist because they opposed insane Corona Chan restrictions in schools? This one mom voiced her opinion to her local school board, and they literally reported her to the feds. Sue these fuckers for all they're worth. Now the mom is fighting back. Good. These guys need some consequences for their actions. Like, for too long, our side has just let them do whatever they want and never fought back. Enough is enough. If you have a good case and you're up against someone with money, oh yeah, this is the way to go. So a Michigan mom is suing the Chippewa Valley School Board for violating your First Amendment rights. Sandra Herndon, with the help of the Mackinac Center Legal Foundation, is taking legal action after facing retaliation from members of the school board. Herndon spoke out against the district's Corona Chan policies, and district officials responded by reporting her and to her employer and then to the Department of Injustice. Oh, God. No, don't just sue the school board. Sue the individual members as well. So Herndon is a police officer and mom of 3 boys. When Chippewa Valley School District turned to remote instruction in the spring of current year -2, in response to Corona Chan, Herndon witnessed the toll it took on her children, particularly her son with special needs. Without the in-person assistance and individualized attention that he once had, his grades plummeted. He suffered socially too. When the board decided schools would stay virtual in fall of current year -2, she knew she had to fight for her son. For 2 years, I've been demoralized, humiliated, discredited, and demeaned, said Sandra Herndon. I can live with a lot of things and be called a lot of names. None of this will stop me from fighting for my children. I'm bringing my case not just for my family, but for all the families like me who feel they have no voice. Now, this Wammons, who was a police officer and special needs mom, was persecuted because she disagreed with the school board's insane policies. Could you imagine telling Americans 10 years ago they'd be reported and investigated by the FBI for free speech at school boards? There were some people warning about stuff just like this, but they were dismissed as crazy conspiracy theorists. And for voicing anger at policies that are hurting their children, no less. Like many other parents, Herndon disagreed with the district's Corona Chan policies and spoke out at school board meetings. At one point, she accused the school board of making politically motivated decisions that were not in the best interest of the students, which is exactly what they were doing. In response, one board member wrote to Herndon's then supervisor at the Harper Woods Police Department. The member accused her of veiled racism and the behavior was unbecoming of a police officer. All right, time to fucking retaliate. Start reporting all these school board members for the same shit. So Herndon was then subjected to an internal investigation, but her employer determined she had not violated any department rules. The problems continued after the school board began restricting Herndon's speech by interrupting her at meetings and prohibiting her from sharing her opinion. In response, she cautioned the board their actions may be illegal. This was a persistent mama bear the school board did not want to deal with. They tried to shut her up and curtail her right to speak in the public meeting. These cowardly school boards are the absolute worst. I agree. Now, things escalated quickly after U.S. Gestapo leader Merrick Garland issued a memorandum about investigating parents who attend school board meetings. One day after the memorandum was issued, the president of Chippewa Valley School Board admitted to reporting Herndon to the Department of Injustice. No parent should have to fear for their livelihood or their liberty because they stood up for their children. Steve Daly, attorney with the Mackinac Center Legal Foundation. We hope that this case empowers parents to have the courage to speak out for what they believe is best for their children. And remember, the entire school board has to be replaced next election. At the direction of one of the nation's largest teacher unions, the Brandon Department of Injustice, led by Chief Nazi Merrick Garland, began persecuting parents who wanted schools open. The Chippewa Valley School Board saw this and decided to report their troublemaker parent to the feds to intimidate her and ruin her life. So many of these school boards have proved that they are the lowest scum and consider nothing but their own glorification and power. And you're fighting to put your children back in their hands. Remember that. So hopefully the lawsuit will make a difference. We should see hundreds of these across the country. Yeah, I hope we do. Maybe if this one succeeds spectacularly, we'll see hundreds more. Because that is exactly what we need.